Everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Trapti Parik, legal intern at Lexis and Company from Chain R&D Vyas University, Jodhpur. First of all, this video does not solicit any kind of promotion or advertisement, or the sole purpose of this video is educational purpose only. So in this video, I will talk about compoundable offense and non-compoundable offense. So first we know that what is compoundable offense. Compoundable offense are those offenses where the complaint, one who has filed the case, it means the victim, enter into a compromise and agree to have a charge drop against the accused. Such a compromise should be a bona fide and not for any consideration for which the complaint is not entitled to. Section 320 of CRPC looks at the compounding of the offense. Compoundable offense has been serious criminal offenses and are two different mentioned in the table in section 320 of Criminal Procedure Code. The first is court permission is not required. These are the offenses in which compounding of which do not require prior permission of the court. For example, adultery, causing hurt, defamation, criminal trespass. The second is court permission is required. These are the offenses in which compounding of which require the prior permission of the court. For example, theft, criminal breach of trust, voluntary causing grievous hurt, assault on a woman with the intention to outrage her modesty, dishonest misappropriation of property, among the others. Application for the compounding offense shall be made before the same court before which the trial is proceeding. Once an offense has been compounded, it shall have the same effect as if the accused has been acquitted of the charge. Some examples of compounding offense are criminal or house trespass, criminal breach of contract of services, printing on engraving matters knowing it to be defamatory. There are some offenses which, although are compoundable and can be compoundable only with the permission of the court. Now let's see what is non-compoundable offense. Non-compoundable offense are the some offenses which cannot be compounded. They can only be quashed. The reason for this is because the nature of the offense is so grave and criminal that the accused cannot be allowed to go scot-free. In these types of cases, generally it is the state, that is the police, who has filed the case, and hence the question of the complaint entering into the compromise does not arise. All those offenses which are not mentioned in the section 320 of IPC are non-compoundable offenses. Under a non-compoundable offense, a private party as well as the society both are affected by such offense. In compoundable offense, no compromise is allowed. Even the court does not have the authority and the power to compound such offense. The full trial is held with the acquittal or conviction of the offender based on the evidence given. Now, the examples of the non-compoundable offense where the court permission is required, like voluntary causing hurt by dangerous weapon or means, wrongfully confining a person for 3 days or more, assault or criminal force to the woman with intent to outrage her modesty, dishonest misappropriation of property. Now, let us see the difference between compoundable offense and non-compoundable offense. The first difference is nature of crime. In compoundable offense, the nature of offense is not serious, but in non-compoundable offense, the nature of the offense is serious. The second difference is withdrawal of the charges. In compoundable offense, the charges made against the accused can be withdrawn, while in the non-compoundable offense, the charges against the accused cannot be withdrawn. The third difference is affected parties. In compoundable offense, it impacts only to a private person, but in a non-compoundable offense, it affects both private person as well as the society at large. The fourth difference is compoundable. In compoundable offense, settlement can be done either with the permission or without the permission of the court, while in the non-compoundable offense, the offense cannot compound it, it can only be quashed. The last difference is filing of the case. In compoundable offense, cases are generally filed by the private person, but in non-compoundable offense, cases are filed by the state. Now, let's see some important judgment related to the compoundable and non-compoundable offense. The first is Ramesh Chandra J. Thakur versus A.P. Javeri and others. It was held that if an acquittal is based on the compounding of an offense and the compounding is invalid under the law, compounding is the acquittal would be liable to be set aside by the High Court in the exercise of its revisional power. If there any non-compoundable offense has been compounded against the law and the acquittal of the accused made is based on the same compromise, then the High Court has the power to set aside such order. In Narendra Singh versus State of Punjab, all the principles are taken into consideration by the Supreme Court and the several judgments laid down regarding the compromising in non-compounding cases, and laid down some guidelines regarding the quashing criminal proceedings in case of non-compoundable offences by the High Court when invoking their inherent power providing under section 482 of CRPC. So in this video, I was talk about compoundable and non-compoundable offense, their differences between meaning. I hope you like my video. Please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.